Joe Blackman 100. More like trash level 100. So I recently watched this new zombie video he made and was like, wow, for just a 24 FPS panning shot this actually looks pretty choppy, not to mention the camera stops are really sudden. And then the Lego men came up and I mean look at them, that is some jerky trash if I've ever seen it. This is someone else's non-constant motion 24 FPS Lego man stop motion. It actually looks kind of fluid and smooth, not like this Black Joe. There is quite a few, one or two things move at once and then there are like a lot of still frames, so if this new Lego man thing is this bad we may need another look at his Bionicle vids. So there is some decent stuff here, but there is lots of things where it doesn't move many things at once and it's a lot choppier than I remember, and there are indeed still frames galore. Now why do I bring up how weak his stuff can be? Because this boy has made some videos showing how long his stuff takes, like we are supposed to be impressed by his bottom of the barrel level feats. Look at his one guy sliding across the floor, maybe moving his head or one arm once in a while. That is like literally one of the easiest things you can do in a stop motion, so basically showing us anything else would have been better. And in this walk cycle one you see him bumping the stuff on the floor instead of something cool like having his feet kicking the junk around. Like here in the red video, it's better with the junk moving. He should have showed us this part of something. Now I'm not too keen on music stuff, but did anyone notice the music in this sounds a lot like the supposedly original soundtrack from the Minecraft Ether mod? And about his set design, which is supposed to be like Joe's strong point, it's a lot of these metal venter flooring like squares placed in a box-like shape. Then we got some tube things around the place, sometimes he sticks some bricks to a box thing. And these things with pistons or something, I don't know if he built them for this or he just picked up some mechanical blob of stuff off his workshop floor. Same goes for these pipe wall things. If the viewer can tell if it's some junk or your set design, you might not be doing things well enough. Now it is better than most of what the bio-noobs are releasing, but just cause you beat some noobs doesn't mean you should stop there. The lighting is pretty alright, but couldn't he give everyone light up eyes instead of just this one guy? It's kinda weird if only one guy has glowy eyes. Now I think this fight scene is pretty horrendous. They just stand there with the legs in the same place the whole time. In a real fight you probably move your legs even more than your arms. And then there's those arms, they spend way too much time sitting there doing nothing. They are supposed to be flailing around frantically in this fight to the death. And I'm not sure why he made the monster thing fight with swords like a man instead of using claws and biting with its mouth. This scene is very choppy. Now that was better than the crappy noob biotubers and all, but it's pretty clear this guy is not too terribly amazing. So what does he do after that episode? Well, I don't want to beat him too much for it, cause I think most people already know it was a pretty silly thing for him to do, and people are allowed to do a couple stupid things in their life. But he made a fundraiser to try get $6,000 so he could make his next waste disposal video.
He just announced that he's starting a GoFundMe for Waste Disposal 3.
No, you may be like, yeah, it sounds great, but Thatch, carry on.
He's asking for, I think, €5,950 or something for it.
Why?
And he's saying once he hits that goal by the end of August, then he'll make it. Which is, now I don't want to judge this guy because he's a fantastic animation person. Obviously, he made the first two, so I have a lot of respect for him. A huge inspiration for a lot of my series and everything. But as someone who makes stop motions at 24 FPS, who makes sets, in Bottom 4, there's a set very akin to a waste disposal type set. It's a metal box with wires and everything. It's very similar. I painted figures. I animate at the same frame rate he does. You don't need that much money to make a 15-minute stop motion.
Would you like some tea?
Oh yes, I would.
That will be $6,000.
Now of course he didn't even come close to the goal. It's a Bionicle video and our lovely barnacles never get the good stuff in this world. I am quite truly shocked that this video has so many likes to dislikes. This guy is not even better than a lot of bio boys out there, so thinking we would give this project that hasn't even mastered the basics of fluid movement that much monies is pretty ridiculous. Borok 321, what the bloody crab cakes are you doing?
Kalenloff cost me my title of BioTube champion, and if I can't be acknowledged by him then nobody can.
Sorry dweeb, I can't allow you to harm our beautiful king, so until you finish your canister wasteland wannabe fight scenes you are gonna suck too much to get past me. Anyhow, while you're here, what do you think of Joe Blackboy's Kickstarter?
You mean that lousy noob who complains how long it takes for him to make his crappy 20 FPS non-constant motion animation? I could make around 6 waste disposals in 1 year easy peasy and I wouldn't complain one bit.
Alright, that is good enough. Now get out of here dweeb before you suck as much as Blackman.
Oh, I will go now, but I will be back, and when I am I will look more like Canister Wasteland. Then you will not be able to stop me from killing Kalenloff. Then I will become the true champion of BioTube.
Yeah, I would like to see you try dweeb. Now skedaddle already.
Okay.
So anyway, what else of his can I whine about? So there is his bloody gore stuff most of us have not tried, but remember, just cause you have not tried it doesn't mean he is doing it well. I think it's red marker or something used on clay, and if that was clay it sure didn't look very fluid. And wow, the group of zombies walking looked like stiff stuttery wooden planks walking. I know making groups walk is hard, but this is pathetic for someone who is supposed to be a good animator. Yuck, he breaks a lot of pieces. Seeing him scratch up and spray that paint crap all over those barnacle parts is too horrible for me to watch. And speaking of part abuse, I kind of lost where this stuff was, but I would notice a lot of peeps including Blackman would say stuff like him and Project Toa look pretty alike and they're like the two best BioTube boys. Which means some cunts actually think Joe Black is anywhere near Little Brotherhood's level. No, something is always moving in Brotherhood stuff and it's actually fluid, and he can make a decent stop motion that is way more than 6 minutes long.
Season 1 is comprised of 7 30-minute episodes, which completes an entire story. Bionicle 7-year anniversary video was merely a demo for episode 1.
And he makes beasts act like beasts, and he didn't complain he needed $6,000, he wouldn't make it, and most importantly he is not trash.
But we want to be very clear that if we don't get any takers and donations whatsoever, it is not going to stop us from making this film. It may take longer, and you may not see us post a whole lot like we have been.
So anyway, if you think these guys are as good as each other because the set pieces look kind of alike, you are just a big cunt. Now yes, Blackman is still like the top 25% or something best bio boys, but all these idiots saying he is so amazing and fluid are just plain wrong. Oh no, not Kalenloff too. Yeah, his set design isn't the worst in the world, but it still looks like simple random pieces of metal sitting around to me. Although I am impressed that he stuck with our lovely barnacles after he made some Plants vs. Zombie videos and they easily became his most popular stuff. Normally when someone gets a taste of fame like that they would become a sellout. And on a final note, a lot of the robot footsteps on the metal floor are a bit too quiet.